One thing that's bonded my sister and I together through hardship, through losing my mum, was humour.
When did you lose your mum?
I was 21, so during 2020. And when
Let's take a moment. What was your mum called?
Pauline.
Pauline, yeah. Mine was Nora. I lost her when I was about 26. And I don't think I'm over it yet. I think it's an amazing sort of, that thing of like, grief is the price we pay for love. And I get that. I get that it would be sad if it wasn't sad. But it's such a huge, I don't know what your relationship was like with your mother, but for me, I was so enmeshed, I was so close to my mother, I couldn't imagine anything worse than losing her. And then when you lose her, there is, the benefit that comes with it is a sense of freedom.
Yeah.
Is a sense of pushing the fuck it button and going, well, like you get mortality in a way that you didn't get before. Like
Second-hand mortality.
Like you get that thing of, what's the great quote, we're between two eternities of darkness. And this is a little shaft of light. We die and we're the lucky ones because we get to live. There's like, Mark Twain said it brilliantly. He said, I wasn't alive for billions of years before my birth, and it didn't inconvenience me in the least. People are always looking at that end of the telescope, like, yeah, we die. That's terrible. But we weren't around before. This is why life is so special. It's just this little shaft of light in the middle of it all. And, you know, your mother's passing. I mean, that's very young to lose your mum. It's also, it's young and it's old. It's like you're a grown man, but you're not. You know, no one's finished at 21. Christ.
It propelled me into doing stand-up. It's the exact reason I did a stand-up comedy course and performed my first gig, which was all about the tragic loss of my mum, but I shed light on it. I put on these kind of rose-tinted comedic glasses that allowed me to process what seems to be such a tragic event, which it was, in such a new lens. Being able to revisit and process the whole end-to-end journey through the lens of comedy helped me just get over it in general and accept it. And I'm not sure if perhaps humour and the shared laughter that you experienced with your mum helped you through grieving her as well.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think really the question for comedians, if you ever have comedians on the show, is which of your parents was sick? They've always got a sick parent. They always had to kind of be the emotional thermostat in the house.
Yeah.
Or the vast majority of them had to kind of fulfill that role. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to lose a parent, and yet kind of, you know, grief, people don't really, I don't know, I don't think we talk about it enough. I think our society's kind of set up to hide it away. We don't really, it's one of those things that religion does very well and the secular world does very badly, talking about death and, you know.
Did you have people around you to support you through that journey? Like friends and close connections?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was not so much. It was a pretty tough time, I would say. But I think that's also how much you let people in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a lesson learnt from that thing of like not letting people in and being quite sort of self-reliant in that, which is, I think, quite a sort of masculine trait of like going, well, I'm just gonna better just deal with this and crack on. So I kind of worked through it. I found like the time on stage was very joyful. So I just got on stage more, as much as I possibly could, which is probably not the most healthy thing.
Given you've transcended into TV and selling out shows worldwide, and your mum's not around to see or hear that, is there a missing chair or a missing person in one of the audience's chairs when you are at those gigs? Are you ever reflecting it?
Yeah, it's a lovely thought to. I mean, you can really see when you have kids why there's religion, because, you know, as soon as the dog dies, you have to sort of explain to the kid, it's dead, it's not coming back, that's it. And the temptation to go, oh, it's in heaven now, and all dogs go to heaven, and they get to play all day, but we can't see it, we can't visit. It's gone to live in the country. The kind of the bullshit story. No, I think there's. I like that thing of we die twice. We die when we die, and the last time someone says our name, and it's why I asked your mum's name. It's nice to remember people and to, I don't know, you honour that in a way, and you try and do, you know, there's a bit of me that sometimes when I'll do things and think, oh, she would have liked this. She would have thought this was cool.